Welcome to the Temple of Limitless Light, guided visualization for the Empress. Daleth, door, our path working on the tree of life, getting near the top. It's been over a year we've been working through the tree, and we're getting up closer and closer. If you like this kind of content, please hit like and subscribe. And you can also join us on Facebook. I'll put the link in the first comment. So you can participate in these if you so wish. So tonight, we will do a guided visualization for the path of the Empress. And we'll start, Alana will read us some background information on the path to help prime our subconscious to be accepting of this little adventure. And then we will do Qabalistic cross to connect to the source, ground, balance, and then kind of connect all together so we're all on the same wavelength. Then I will do a quick Kabbalist lesser banishing ritual, the pentagram, to create the sacred space and the safe container for our work to be done in. Then I'll open the portal, the gateway of transformation to the path, and then we'll do the guided visualization. And at the end, we'll kind of do it in reverse and then just turn it off and let you sit in meditation. So we invite you to sit and just listen and meditate, and just allow the imagery to inspire you. Have anything that you want to add? Do you want to read the thing?
Okay.
Woo! And Marco's here to help out by adding some spice and chaos. And some orange cat.
So, starting with the reading from the Sefer Yetzirah, the 14th path of Daleth is the illuminating intelligence, and is so called because it is that hasma, the scintillating flame or brilliance, which is the founder of the concealed and the fundamental ideas of holiness and of their stages of preparation. The 14th path is a particular brilliance that is the founder or foundation of certain hidden arcane spiritual energies. The term foundation draws an analogy to the sphere of Yesod, which is the foundation of life, the exact mechanics of which remain a mystery to us. They are concealed. Life in this path is symbolized by the Hashmael, the scintillating flame. This divine life force is prepared in stages by the 14th path, which unites the father, Hakma, and the mother, Bina, and results in the processes of conception and birth, the birth of the primal life force. The Hebrew letter Daleth means door. It is the portal or womb through which the life force is born. The path of Daleth organizes the energy from Hakma and passes it along to Bina, the form builder. It is our birth canal into this universe, the luminous and fruitful Divine Mother. Thus, it is a path of fertility, producing diverse mental images from the divine. These images are the thought germs that give life to all manifestation in the cosmos. The path of Daleth is also a route of imagination, adaptation, and consciousness, as opposed to the subconscious. As one of the three reciprocal paths that straddle both sides of the tree, this is a path which unites opposites. But at the supernal level on the tree, one could say it is a path that unites unities. It is the archetypal creative force symbolized by the logical male energy of Hakma and the intuitive female energy of Bina, which are then united. when conscious reasoning and subconscious intuition are joined together rather than at odds with each other, the result is fruitfulness and expansion. And this can lead to new levels of awareness and increased powers of image visualization and imagination, tools that can augment the student's spiritual growth. But in order to gain these benefits, we must learn to balance analytical thinking with intuitive insight and try creative new approaches to our daily spiritual practice.
Thank you. That was very helpful. It's very interesting. I have to go back and reread that again. It's really good. All right. Start with the Kabbalistic cross. You can sit or stand, either works, whatever's most comfortable. And we start just by breathing deeply from our abdomen. And just sink into your body where you can feel the weight of your body against the floor, against the chair, the gravity, the density of your body itself. Just be in the body. And just feel the breath. And then visualize yourself growing larger and larger. Your head going up through the ceiling, past the clouds, past the moon, into space, till the earth is but a small ball beneath your feet. Above your head, there is a brilliant light. Touch the light, bring it down to your forehead, and vibrate. Bring the light down to your heart, where you can silently say the name of your inner teacher. And then bring the light down through the center of your being, past your feet, into the planet, so you're standing in a column of light. With thus grounded, vibrate the name Malkut. Now bring the light up to your left shoulder. Visualize a ball of blue energy representing your compassion and your unconditional love for all sentient beings. Vegedura. Bring the light across to your right shoulder. Visualize a ball of red flame representing your will, your boundary setting. Vegebura. Cross your arms. Leolam. Amen. The lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram to create safe, sacred space and a safe container for our work. Yehovah. Our mind is clear. Adonai. Be'itome. Our inspiration is clear. Yeah. emotions are clear. Agila Natia. The connection to the world is clear. Before us, Raphael. Behind us, Gabriel. At our right hand, Michael. At our left hand, Uriel. Around us flame the pentagrams. Within us shines a six-rayed star. The gate of transformation to open the path of Daleth. I open the gates between worlds. I invoke the guide which will guide us on the journey. I open the gates between worlds. I invoke the guard that will test us on our journey. I open the gates between worlds. I invoke the ordeal that we must overcome to gain the boon of the path. I open the gates between worlds. Abra ha dabra. Path is open. The call of the gate of Daleth. O el vino de lonsa de a el dastriani odo e ayoni. Antara camisa la hote gea azones oda Daleth. Odo sigle la anta le selque. Orori noromi eo eva ahi kaholote al kahilante. Do a mouth di yadna. Alaneshi wel do al wano anim. Although al balam, although al monoas, although al giahe. The path of Daleth has been opened. Guided visualization. You envision the astral temple of Malkuth and vibrated the associated divine names. Sandalphon rises from the east, and you exchange the signs with her. She inquires about your reason for entering the temple of Malkuth. And you hold up the fleur de lis.
The fleur de lis on the top of my Mardi Gras hat. Because it's Mardi Gras, and here's the fleur de lis.
The archangel escorts you up the path of Tau to Yesod. You continue up the path of Samak to Tippereth. And from there, you follow the path of Zayin to Bina. The enigmatic temple of Bina unfolds to your view. The walls remain hidden from you, veiled by a mysterious curtain of darkness. Only the central onyx altar with its 3 white candles, temple flame, and white triangle are revealed to you. You vibrate the divine names which awaken the inhabitants of Bina. Yehovah Elohim Zavkeel Erelim. The dark form of the archangel Zavkeel manifests just east of the altar, covered from head to toe in a black robe and veil. You can barely make out the figure of a woman dressed in black robes, her face completely covered in the folds of cloth. Behind her are huge dark wings of a raven. Zafkael speaks to you in a soft, low voice.
You have entered the realm of understanding. By what symbol dost thou enter herein?
By the symbol of the fleur de lis. Dafko gives you a slight nod. She takes you east of the temple. It is so dark that you can't see anything at first, and then you can just barely make out a green archway bearing a white letter Daleth on its keystone. Within the arch is a veil with the tarot image of the Empress painted upon it. The archangel traces the symbol of Venus on the air before the archway, and the veil evaporates. In its place is a door carved out of emerald. Holding up the symbol of the fleur de lis, you trace the letter Dalet before the door, which dissolves. Stepping through the portal, you hear the voice of Zafkia speaking to you as you enter the path of Dalet.
I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys. As the lily among thorns, so is my love among the daughters.
You are standing on a hilltop. It is nighttime, and above you, the celestial heavens, the stars, the planets, and the constellations are all looking bigger and brighter than you could ever remember them appearing. To the Egyptians, this indigo vault of stars was the body of Nuit, goddess of the firmament of heaven. Gazing up, you imagine the blue violet body of Nuit, limbs outstretched and arched over the earth. The planet Venus shines as brightly as a precious jewel against the black velvet. One group of stars in particular catches your eye. It is the constellation of Cassiopeia, the lady in the chair, the queen enthroned. Superimposed over the constellation's inverted W-shaped line of stars, you see the woman, image of a woman, seated on a throne. In her left hand, she holds a palm frond. As you gaze at the figure of the queen, you hear the voice of Zafkael commenting on the image.
Not many are the stars, nor thickly set, that ranged in line mark her whole figure out, but like a key that forces back the bolts which kept the double door secured within, so shaped her sword stars you singly trace along.
Near the constellation of Cassiopeia, you see the star group known as Cephes, the king, who in Greek mythology was the husband of Cassiopeia and the father of Andromeda. Like his spouse, he is also seated on a celestial throne, holding a scepter. Gazing into the heavens, you are reminded of all the ancient myths that you've ever heard of the star goddesses and the sky god, two of the oldest archetypes known to the human race. The star goddess or heavenly mother has surfaced at different times under the names of Inanna, Isis, Hathor, and Mary, the Queen of Heaven. The sky god or heavenly father has assumed various names, including Anu, Re Atum, Zeus, and Yahweh. Many legends concur that this universe was born from the union of the star goddess and the sky god, those great primordial forces which are older than time itself. In your mind's eye, you receive an image of a man and a woman in lover's embrace. Above the head of the couple is a stylized image of a star, while between them it's a symbol of a circle or an egg. Contained within the central egg are seven smaller circles. There's a sudden flash of light, followed by thick dark clouds. You find yourself on a path that runs along the river Nile, the Eden of Egypt, lined with a broad green sea of river grasses and rich cultivated fields that stand out of the very edges of the desert. The road leads up to a palisade of cliffs on the right. You follow the trail up to the embankment. Before you is a massive temple built from white sandstone, adorned with gold and silver. Two giant pylons form the great gateway to the structure. Entering the building, you pass through a roofless, colonnaded courtyard into a lofty hall with a ceiling supported by mighty sandstone columns. In the far end of the room is a small service entrance. You enter and find yourself in a narrow passageway that leads to a hidden chamber, the throne room of the goddess Hathor. The goddess sits in an attitude of stately beauty, surrounded by offerings of food, wine, and perfumed oils. Her skin is a lovely golden color, and she is dressed in robes of vibrant grass green. She wears a golden vulture headdress surmounted by a lunar horn and the solar disk. Her eyes are large and brown and soft, like the eyes of a gentle cow. The goddess speaks to you.
I appear before you in the form of Hathor, the goddess that gave birth to the universe. A goddess of many things which are seemingly contradictory. East and west, moon and sun, heaven and the underworld, life and death. In this form, I am known as the goddess of the planet Venus and the star Sirius, the lady of joy and love. How can I be all these things? My true name is Unity. I am perfect and complete. I am the door of initiation and the foundations of the mysteries of the origins of life. I am that brilliant flame which prepares the divine life force for conception and birth into manifestation. Mine is the path of fertility. I channel force into form. I take on substance. I am the volatile that becomes fixed, the shadow that becomes a body, the spirit that becomes a soul, and the dream that becomes a thought. I give manifestation to the unmanifest that it might gaze upon itself in joy, understanding, and love. It is written, if I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I become sounding brass or a clanging cymbal. And if I have the gift of prophecy and understanding all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so that I could remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. And if I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and if I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it provided me nothing. Love suffereth long, and it's kind. Love envieth not. Love vaunteth not itself. It is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not its own. It is not easily provoked, and thinketh no evil. Rejoiceth not in unrighteousness, but rejoiceth in the truth. Beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Love never faileth. But where there be prophecies, they shall be done away. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall be done away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect has come, that which is in part shall be done away. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I felt as a child and I thought as a child. But when I became an adult, I put away childish things. For now we see in the mirror darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know fully, even as I also was known fully. Now abideth faith, hope, love, these three, but the greatest of these is love. My power is the power of love. The love of which I speak is eternal. It is unity of the spirit, the divine madness of the priests and priestesses, the God intoxication of the mystics, the hieros gamos of the soul. All acts of true love are my rituals, and they are a reflection of the divine love that exists beyond all concepts of time, space, and gender. A love that rejoices in the unification of the self, a oneness that eliminates all division. The perfect love is the restoration of the Garden of Eden.
The goddess passes her hand in front of your face, initiating a vision. In your mind's eye, you see 6 stars in a circle. In the middle of the circle is a 7th star. This star grows larger as you pass through it in an indigo gateway of lesser stars. You see an image of the tree of life as you have come to know it. Above the abyss, at the point of Daleth, you see a flaming sword in the shape of a lightning bolt. Then you see the sword withdrawn back into Kether. The fallen Sephirah of Malkuth is elevated back to its original position on the tree of life before the fall. You see before you the image of the tree restored. Then the vision passes, and you are in the company of the goddess Hathor once more. Your journey on the path of Daleth has reached its completion. After thanking the goddess, you return to the temple of Bina, and from there you descend the path of Zayen to Tipreth and the path of Samek to Yesod. You continue down the path of Tau to the temple of Malkuth. Sandalphon seals the portal behind you, and you salute the Archangel Malkuth with the projection sign. She answers with the sign of silence. Path of return. We shall come forth by day. I open the gates between worlds. I summon the guide. I summon the guardian. I summon the ordeal. Path of return. Abra Hadabra. We shall come forth by day and into the light. We thank you, Uriel, for your grounding and inner contemplation. We thank you, Gabriel, for the ecstatic states you lead us to. We thank you, Michael, for your illumination and protection. We thank you, Raphael, for your equanimity and balance.
By this merit, may all sentient beings know peace.
The ritual is complete.